It's actually very easy to take apart, but nobody ever tells you to take it apart. But when you take it out, you're like, oh my God, all the filters I've been changing and all the scrubbing I've been doing for the outer layer, it doesn't matter because there's mold inside.
Yeah. Hey friends, it's Jess Jericho, and this is part 3 of my collaboration with my good friend MeloCat. Today we are discussing water dishes versus water fountains for cats.
Water dishes and the water fountains, do you use a dish or do you use a fountain, and what's your verdict on it? Because we use fountains right now for the most part. We have a few dishes just for the few that prefers it, but it seems like it's fountains for the most part. We thought ceramic was going to be better because it's more germ-free and it's easier to clean, but it turned out they don't like to drink from these. What is it for you guys?
So I use a stainless steel bowl, and Jericho's always been fine drinking still water. I've actually tried a water fountain before, and he liked it. You know, of course, at first they're kind of like, what is this? And then they pat, 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 like, what is this? But he did drink from it eventually. But I found that, and that was actually a plastic one, but I found that he likes still water. I found that Jericho basically gets all of his moisture and hydration from his food because I mix a little bit of water with his ground raw for his supplements, let them dissolve and mix that with his food. And then he eats the whole prey mice, which are 67 or 70% moisture. So I don't really...
Is that the ones you get from the snake stores that they feed to snakes?
Yeah, so I get it from a breeding facility. They mainly market to reptile and zoo owners, but you know, cats and dogs can eat whole prey too. So they have all types of customers, but I think they mainly started as targeting, you know, reptiles. I've read that, you know, in the wild, cats wouldn't drink still water. They're more likely to drink fresh flowing water. You know, there's a little bit of circulation. So a water fountain can be good. Maybe your cat isn't drinking still water. You might want to try a water fountain. You mentioned ceramic is more sanitary. Stainless steel is another option, or glass. There are some people that actually craft water fountains. They're going to be more expensive, but with plastic, it's going to trap bacteria because it's porous. Yeah, it's going to trap bacteria no matter how many times you clean it. Especially if you're scrubbing, that's going to leave scratches, and then more bacteria is going to lodge into those scratches. So maybe if you find that your cat won't drink any other fountain, won't drink still water, and plastic water fountain is the only way, water is better than no water. So if that's the case, then I would say have at least 2 going. That way you can wash one and have the other one just in case, and replace it at least once yearly.
Okay.
And I would also say... I would also include to change the filter more frequently than it says to change it. I think most of them say like once every 2 weeks. I would say definitely check it, clean it out completely once a week, change the filter just to be safe, because you don't want your cat drinking bacteria-rich water, and replace it at least once yearly. I mean, it's going to be a lot of waste, but again, if your cat isn't drinking water and that's the only option, then you know, you want to do what's best for your cat, obviously.
Yeah, actually, I noticed that too, like about the filters. Like it says, what, 2-3 weeks, but when I have 9 cats, it's like every 5 days, if not less. But not just that. Actually,
because you have to think about the cat while they drink. Some food particles or bacteria in their mouth or saliva is going to get into that fountain. And plus all the, you know, dust. I mean, no matter how much you clean, you're going to have dust, and they're, you know, especially if they're running around and playing. So it's just better safe than sorry, because all of that stuff is microscopic. So you don't want to wait until you can see the slime to clean it.
Actually, there was
preventive.
I made a video actually not too long ago when I actually took the pump apart, which the instructions never tell you to take the pumps apart. But when you actually open it, inside is so full of mildew. If you ever had a yucky fish tank, I don't know if you ever had fish, but you know how sometimes pumps get really gooey and there's almost like mildew and yucky stuff in there? Well, you can actually find that in the pump. Yeah, you can take a look at that video. It's actually very easy to take apart, but nobody ever tells you to take it apart. But when you take it out, you're like, oh my God, all the filters I've been changing and all the scrubbing I've been doing for the outer layer, it doesn't matter because there's mold inside.
Yeah, check out MeloCat's video right over 𝐤𝐄 to take apart your cat's water fountain properly and clean that pump. Thanks for watching.